what's up? Mira asked about sjuush anchoring B on CT side overpass. So let's just hop right into it. So we have CSGO lens here. We're going to look at one match, which is heroic versus ents, and just kind of see. I think we have on CT side in second half. This match has 9 rounds in total. So we'll look at those 9 rounds, kind of write down what we see, and then we'll watch a second match, which is going to be a longer half of CT side, which will be heroic versus gamer legion. So hopping into the first match, so let's just get like our pistol down, our pistol, and then let's do anti-eco slash anti-force. Um, we can even do force buys and then gun rounds, right? Kind of different categories. So what we see first, oh, actually we have to hop to second half. Here we go. So focusing on sjuush. So sjuush is playing front barrel, kind of back pillar for the initial rush. Cadian's peeking. sjuush is playing around wood wall jiggling. So wood wall jiggling, teammate, right side monster, other teammate, close catwalk, jump spot, and rotated B. So it's really just kind of wood wall. Right, so we had a wood wall jiggling with teammate on monster wall, and other teammate is the cat off angle. Cool. So enemies go A, sjuush rotates up, rotates jump up. Cool. Second round, so they end up, looks like they lose that round. So sjuush actually gets MP9 and a bunch of utility. Goes monster. sjuush just nades monster immediately and then swings it and looks like spam blind spams and gets 2. So also had a teammate, smoke monster off the rip. So if you see right here, monster smoke, sjuush runs barrel, nades monster, and just swings it, and I'm pretty sure it's probably blind. So this is like kind of like a force buy round. So teammate smokes monster. This probably happens every round. Throws HE nade from barrel, then swings close with MP9 and sprays if blind. So afterwards, it looks like sjuush is just playing monster wall and then phases the smoke eventually. And let's see what the numbers were in the. So sjuush is phasing the smoke in a 5v3, so honestly not bad. You see here how Jabby is playing monster wall and kind of like purposefully baiting sjuush here. So if sjuush dies, Jabby's kind of in this good position where they may not be thinking that there was a second player kind of just baiting sjuush's play here. And sjuush also got the intel, being like, oh yeah, both are outside. See, and look, Snappy goes and runs through monster pipe, and Jabby catches them out. Snappy thinks that they have timing now. Since they killed the up close monster player, maybe they can get out quickly because there might not be a second player that was hiding, right? So in a 5v3 and has teammate do bait play. Cool. So next round, sjuush has smoke Molotov and an A4, M4A4. So runs barrel, Molotovs, and plays barrel with a smoke. So no, this is like an anti-force. So basically, Molotov's monster pipe for rush plays barrel with smoke. Then when no rush peaks, like this basically peaks this ramp right here to see if they're monster. And since it's like an anti-force, sjuush is using the A4 long range duel. So nothing really happens towards B and just kind of plays like double cat with Jabby. Eventually, it looks like a teammate smokes monster, and then they'll like double water and kind of move around together. So they end up going A. So let's look at this. So this is another like anti like hero AK round. So sjuush comes monster, does the HE nade, and probably would have spammed again. Looks like sjuush is getting on the great this time. HE nades monster, then gets on Great with a teammate Monster Wall. Monster Wall being like this kind of right side of Monster, this wall that you can surf on, and then sjuush is sitting on the Great and just kind of playing up there for enemies to kind of walk in. Ends up finding a kill, smokes Monster, enemies go A, rotates up. Okay. So finally we have a gun round. So let's see if anything's different. So they actually did a 4A play on the first gun here. This is like a gamble call from them, probably off of like tendencies that they, and also they all have AKs. So keep in mind, like if you see here, sjuush, Stown, both have AKs, which changes like the duels that they can take. Since like now that they don't just have like an M4 where it requires like two-shot headshot, like they can do these long-range duels and have like a one, like a basically equal advantage with the T's. So like going for the kind of these like Stown is expecting that may be able to like find some easy headshots. sjuush is like going for long range peeks here, ends up finding some pies falling back. So again, this is kind of like a gamble call that they're not just going to B rush. Um, yeah, and they just do like one player gets flashed in the fountain, it looks like, through the smoke. Or actually, Tessus just goes in dry. They Molotov T stairs, Tessus walks in dry. Cadian's back party holding playground. sjuush is getting ready to like basically. It looked like Cadian was holding this line, and then uh, sjuush will be swinging off Cadian's contact if something faster happened. 4A with 1B throwing nades. So the B players throwing nades, and like they smoked Monster for Jabby, and Jabby's just kind of ran B, Molotov water, flash for Monster Peak, re-smoked Monster, played retake from Graffiti. I also think it looks like Jabby also got dropped a bunch of nades, since we see right here like Jabby like falls back after having previously Molotov water and re-smokes short or re-Molotov short. So I think that they actually dropped nades over the hedge, which is really cool. So the T's rotating here can just drop nades over the hedge. So they rotate back on the site, and yeah, duels kind of go down. Let's see. So this is another gun round. It looks like they lost last round actually. So sjuush only has smoke Molotov here. So Cadian's going for a short pick. It looks like sjuush ran Monster and Molotov dip. Is playing wood wall. Crossed here, which was pretty interesting. I wonder if that's because of the Molotov smoke maybe. That sjuush felt like okay with crossing there, because to me that kind of seems a little risky. Since they don't have a smoke down or anything. Maybe the Molotov smoke was covering them. Anyway, so just kind of playing like close wood wall here, um, for if there's like a rush. And then it looks like Katie and Jabby are going to walk into water. Katie finds a pick. They know the AWP was B, so they're just kind of playing for the T's to react and try to go A quick. So they rotate A, and it's really nice to see this is that sjuush and Stown get aggressive A, because like if you look at this, if like they were immediately like, hey, like we killed one water, the enemies know the ops B, let's all go stack A, right? And if the T's immediately react and started rushing A, it'd be great because you'd have like three people on site and Tessus ready to do like a flank play, right? But as soon as they get to this point right here, they're like wait, we don't see anything on A yet. We have three here and only one on B. What if they're about to pop Monster? There's 11 seconds left on the smoke. And teams kind of have tendencies to go through the smoke once it phases. And yeah, so they get aggressive though. They're like, oh, like okay, well let's bring the fight to them, and if they're not here, then we'll start flanking B, right? So it's nice to see how like proactive they are. So they flash divider, Stown and sjuush, dual bathroom and divider. They find a bunch of kills, and yeah, Tess gets that flank off. So it's really nice by them. So this was like this was like I'd consider this a gun round. So this was just like um op going for, so basically sjuush starts Molotovs, Monster starts wood wall, op is going for water pick after Molotovs. Like basically the op is going to walk into water after the Molotov on cat fades. Um, then after op contact they'll stack A site, then push A if no immediate response. Yeah, and that's kind of like a round ender for them. I'm sure that if there wasn't anything in bathrooms, they probably would have all either rotated back through jump up down to B, or they would have pushed through and went like, you know, like 2 or 3 through connector to B. Cool. So next round. So this is like an anti-force. Sjuush go teammate smokes monster. Sjuush. I think is that a. I don't know what nade that was. Let me see. That's a Molotov, but the Molly bounce is weird. So basically, wanted a Molly monster. Molotov's monster and spams deep smoke with teammate anti-flash at wood wall. Team is recycling monster smokes. They just keep, or not recycling, cycling. There we go. And afterwards, it looks like sjuush is kind of playing around that grade again with Jabby playing anti-flash wood wall. Yeah, they pop, and that's kind of the point of contact. Look, it's just like Stown is over here. Graffiti probably was jump spotting or spamming, making presence. Jabby's playing wood wall. They start popping short. Jabby swings, fights. Sjuush is kind of playing monster like in front of the grate, kind of like a weird area. This is another like hero AK, almost anti-force. Sjuush runs monster, molotovs, and HEs behind it, and then smokes it, and then they double water take. Double walk into water. Oh no, they only had 2A. So it looks like Stown actually nades door and jump spots and make sure, since they didn't extinguish the Molotov. There's a lot going on here, right? And then sjuush falls into. Alright, eventually, we saw sjuush do this on the previous anti-force, where he'll eventually just kind of peek this like ramp in front of barrel, like this angle here. He'll just start taking these duels against the long range angles after the smokes fade. Like they know like all these smoke timings. Look, the smoke finally faded, they double flash, and they peak late. Last round, let's see. It's gun versus gun. They play 5A. This is hilarious. This is crazy. They just smoke monster and like what they have 3 in connector and 2 push T stairs. Yeah, I think like one of what Katie and help them stairs like sjuush gets they double Molotov, they flash fountain, sjuush and Katie both peak. And then sjuush just pushes through. Same thing with Stown, and they go for like big flank while con flank. Yeah, that's hilarious. 5A, imagine that. All right, let's hop in the demo now. So that was the Ents versus Heroic game. Now we're gonna watch the Gamer Legion versus Heroic CT side. See if we'll see similar things. I'm gonna pull up the doc on my phone. So this is kind of where sjuush was before and then moved to wood wall. But this time sjuush is just peeking deep. Teammates are already through water the whole way. Rotates A. Just fighting from, just basically like taking like a long range duel like by staying in bank there. Get the pistol win. Buys MP9, util, we saw this last time. Molly, Monster again. Last time sjuush like went and sprayed Monster because flashes started coming. Smoke, HE, playing anti. Just kind of playing around like wood wall areas, good like back pillar. These are all like good positions to kind of swivel around like two angles. Like sjuush is the only, actually let me move my webcam. sjuush is the only player on B right now. Eventually goes for phase monster play. Flanks mid, finds two, 1v1 scenario. Gets called out by Acor. Deagle round. Oh, they forced all the way down. Alright, so Deagle, so playing barrel with the smoke. So this is really good. I mean, if the enemies were to kind of rush B or pop B, I mean, Tess is just like, I don't know what Tess just did. Probably something ridiculous. Kind of want to see how Tess is just playing in con here with a 5-7. That's 2. Let's see. That's just wild. Alright. It's big work by Tessus. They're starting to creep out Monster. Look, the B ramp push. We saw this a lot last time. It's like this barrel ramp or like monster ramp peak. Like sjuush seems to love doing this, like after the monster smoke fades. Especially having like a teammate swing with you. So I think sjuush just smoked monster there. Let's confirm. Oh no, was going to but didn't do it. Flash monster, mollied monster. He saw a leg. And those ones left side. Currently holding them. Probably thinks it's a single B lurk. Yup. Him and Jabby find them out. Throws a deep smoke. So after they find that kill, sjuush re-smokes monster. Jabby starts to rotate off. It's kind of like they killed the B lurk. So now sjuush is playing. Oh, this is an interesting spot. It's a cool jump spot. Looking at this lineup again, line up the line, aim right there. Jabby just jumping around. I guess Tessus just has a lot of info. There's nothing through mid yet. Kind of crazy position Tessus to be in. Jabby playing anti-flash. Oh, we saw this last time. sjuush just playing here on the grate. People just walk into it, unsuspecting victims, then Jabby's able to swing out afterwards. Go for blind sprays. Kadian's also able to trade. Let's see how Kadian was holding short. Kadian was just playing from headshot with the scout. Alright. Nice beat hold. Just shorts monster. Molotov's beginning. This is a full anti-eco. This is really nice, like smoking this and then spamming like deep here, like towards this barrel position. Is really a good lineup to know. This is like one where you just kind of have to like practice it and like see if you can hit the bot that's up there through the smoke. It's like a feeling. This is really interesting off angle to be playing. Let's just back up a little bit. Also, keep in mind, sjuush going for the spam here in the beginning of the round was also like, if they were all just like sitting in the monster smoke, would have been a little scary. I guess like having 5 bullets left, I don't know. But anyways, since Jabby's kind of playing this off angle here, jiggling water, sjuush is able to kind of play like this farther back angle that no one would really expect, just like kind of standing. Someone's standing here, you know? Also, keep in mind, I've also seen people play here. If you play like right here, you get this like, that little crack right here also to see monster. It's really unfair against like, if they all have Glocks, you know, like what are they going to do? You just get free intel from it. Teammate smoked monster, Molly early, playing barrel. This is here, we could pause there. That's a really good spot. Pause here, boom. This is a really good spot because it's really hard to flash sjuush, like if they were to immediately extinguish the Molotov and start throwing flashes, like they would basically have to throw like a nose flash, but like if they were doing a rush, they'd be flashing over. Like, and this like roof up here, this roof right here is like blocking where the flashes would be popping, so it's really nice playing up here. So looks like sjuush is flashing Jabby into water. Alternate flash. Oh, a deeper one. That was cool. See, like kind of like the change up last second. Like this flash was for this versus like Jabby was like, oh, I don't think they're over here. Like flash, so I could like peek this, you know. This is a gun versus gun. So they had 3 on B to start, and now they're rotating people up A. But the enemies are actually grouping B, which is good by them. Another water flash. sjuush's barrel. Jabby's taking contact. Enemies are not molly barrel. They molly barrel late. 3 bullets. I'd see like this logic here and see what their B setup was when the hit actually comes in. So Jabby flashes monster, that middle click flash, really good flash. I've actually seen like sjuush do that in old demos, and I think Stown is just bombing flashes and HE's smoke short. Yeah, the counter flashes are really, really nice. So let's see. Yeah, they start flashing, so Stown just like bombs a flash, smokes short, flashes monster again, nades short. So really just like dumping all the util we can, while Jabby was like making a commotion. Like once Jabby like kind of threw his flash and then like basically ran up and like started fighting from pillar area, like they all kind of start, all the enemies start like, you know, ADing, trying to fight back, which slows them down enough for Stown's flashes to start coming in and just blinding them even more to fall back. I think like maybe if the T's had like, I mean it's a hard situation because they had like, sjuush was anti-flash here. Like honestly, they would have needed a molly barrel and had like scaling flashes, so like the initial flash and then more flashes, like basically popping like in the same spot, like up here kind of, as the T's were all like scaling up. But I don't know how much util they had, but anyways. Let's see. So anti-force, molly, HE, it's the rush. So instant reacts to the flash, left clicks to smoke. This is a pretty meta smoke. You just play all around it. See, sjuush was just like playing for intel there. Like basically like dumped the nades and like look how much like the nades really did. Like the molly, they extinguish it, but that HE is gonna just like, that HE like crushes 2 players. Left clicks a smoke, plays in the smoke, and is just playing for sound. Here's Volt, jump in and peeks Volt, right? Meanwhile, like their teammates were, what'd they do? They ran through Con? I wasn't even looking. Let's see how they crunch on this B rush. See, it's only sjuush. Sjuush full reacts in his solo B. Jabby is in heaven. Jabby finds one, and Stown and Tessus rotate through Con down into water, clear water, and then start retaking B from water. See, sjuush is like doing an amazing job of like staying alive there. That was really nice to see. That's like a really good like reaction that we didn't see in the last demo. It's probably honestly something that to kind of expect, especially in NA. A lot of teams just like to rush at you. So molly, jump spotting. Here's the flash here. This flash is like for this, and they're also boosted up. So they're really just kind of doing like, and like let's look at the timing here, because if you see this, like they nade open the door. Tessus is jump spotting, nades. They're both spamming. The flash comes in and then Stown peaks up top. So it's very like important to like look at the timing here. First Jabby peaks and then Stown peaks, because it's like that's like really what is unique about like the way they're playing. It's like hard to recreate this synchronization here, but like they're doing this on purpose. Like this flash happens, Jabby peaks, and then Stown peaks right after, because the enemies, if they were here, they would have been like, oh, they just flashed Cat, let me swing Jabby, who's making footsteps, and a flash popped over there, and then Stown peaks up and would have like shot this player like in the side. You know what I mean? So really cool stuff to see by them. They were just kind of doing like a four person B, while Katie and I guess like probably made A presence and was AWPing in the beginning. sjuush kind of playing this like intel angle where you can see this little corner right there. He has a smoke ready for barrel. Doesn't see anything. Smokes monster. Playing around barrel. Flashes Jabby back in, or now Stown this time. It's cool to see the monster player throwing that flash. Cause usually your B rotate is kind of like throwing those flashes, but it's nice to see that like Heroic have their barrel player always flashing short. Rotate up the A. Truck is a super strong spot. This is like a great position. He didn't rotate the truck fully because it was Molotov down. That's why he was like playing like in random area. But like this spot is like so amazing. I remember seeing like Grim play here when he was like just tearing up ECL like years ago or whatever. Like he would just play here, and I saw him got like a 4K deagle round from here. Like the back of this truck is just super strong. You have like all the sound cues. Like if you just crouch right here and you have an M4, you get like shadow advantage on the floor right here. So really good spot to rotate to. So looks like we are doing. Looks like we're just making B presence. We have one heaven and one Jabby was spamming. Meanwhile, they did double and con and went through the door. They're kind of like playing for water and I guess like retake site. Oh, it's anti-force. Okay, so we actually saw this the other round that Jabby I think was in heaven. So it seems like Heroic this match at least are playing a player in heaven when it's anti-force. Like maybe they're thinking like the enemies might just like run it down and this is a super long range angle and it's like a headshot depending on how you play it, right? And they may not smoke heaven, you know, even if they do, you could run through and you still have a super long range fight, and they might be like Tech 9s, you know. So if they bought Tech 9s, it'd be like amazing. I mean, like obviously this round, like we can see that they had deagles, so you know it might be a little bit rougher, but this enemy's just boosting up. Ooh. Maybe it's not the Yang. I mean, I can only see his head. Oh, Neeland just destroys him. Let's see how he does this. This might be like, he might know that they kind of have this set up where like, oh no, that's just a reaction. Alright. Well, Neeland just hit a crazy shot. That was sick. It was a nice flick. Nice name by Tessis. Gun versus gun. No monster smoke. Comes the barrel. Molly's early. HEs. Note that he just did like a left click. He didn't do like a running left click for the HE. That was funny. I think Jabby just peeked. Did Jabby just peek this like right before the smoke popped? So being barrel and having a teammate, like, see how teammate anti-flash, barrel takes contact, Cadian's AWPing into short, sounds jumping around. Like this is a good way. That's funny. Like, yeah, here we go. That was it. It's funny seeing like he throws the smoke. Oh, and they flashed also. I think he actually peeked before the smoke bloom. It might just be because of the way spectator. I mean, actually, let's see. Smoke. Yeah, he like walked onto the angle. I don't know. Maybe he thought it was the flash. I don't know. That was a little crazy. Luckily, no one was there. Stown was ready to counter flash. So they're doing the same setup. They really love this setup. Also, see how sjuush kind of is changing up where he's playing on the grate. Because he already got a kill from up here. You know what I mean? So now he like was playing this part of it. Now, and then he was like standing over here. Now he's over here. This is like a great B hold. Like having like one player like holding this, one anti-flash, one player that's kind of like watching short and also can swing if needed, or even flash if needed. It's really just like having a player wood wall is just like anti-flash is really the key. Wood wall is just like such a powerful position. So they're getting executed on. Jabby still finds two. This is a really good flash. Alright, hold on. Let's first look at Jabby's screen. Jabby sees one Molotovs. Boom. Gets two. Stown starts rotating over. Flashes barrel. Hey, I'm flashing barrel for you. Boom. Pop. The barrel flash was a little high. Stown needed to aim a little bit lower and to the left. Which is a little bit lower, honestly. But whatever. They probably saw it in demo review. And then it's amazing Jabby got two there. Especially after mollying barrel. And then the flash, double flash comes in. I think the other flash was Cadian's, maybe? Like they double flash, like Stown flash barrel, and then I think also Cadian flash barrel. Nah, I'm confused. Hold on. Who did this? Definitely saw another one. Sorry for keep rewinding, but so he has 1, 2. Oh, okay. Jabby self flashes off the pillar, and then they double swing this. And now it's another situation where it's like 5v2. So what do you do in 5v2? We can make like an aggressive play where we're buddied up. We try to go 1-for-1, turn into a 4v1, end up getting it. Now it's a 5v1. Even if they were both there, we had insurance. There was 2 players on B that, you know, again, like the enemies might have been like thinking, oh, like no one's there. It's just another bait play that Heroic like to run. Nice to see out of them. So this is anti like force round. So if we know how this works. Okay, this is their double water, but I guess there's A pressure, so he just cheats to rotate. Flashes divider. Good spot. These are all like interesting like off angles that you wouldn't really expect. You like clear this and like clear jump or clear like back dice. But then he's got like if he's like here or here, kind of like an off angle. Like usually you'd come here and clear like bank, but like no one's there, and then you'd clear back dice. But he would be more to the left, so you have to flick him. You're not going to be putting him perfectly. 2B this round. They're playing 3A. Stown just dropped all of his nades. So let's look at that. Yeah, Stown's just like jumping here and throwing nades over. So all the nades are going to drop into here, and then their teammates can just like throw a bunch of nades B and then still have nades because like they probably mollied this, smoked the monster. Jabby's like they re-smoked it. Jabby is throwing like a fake water take set. So now the T's like think that they're in water, so they actually smoked this off, and they're going up towards A. It looks like they found a kill on 1-for-1. They found Tessus, but Stown's taking all this space. Fountain, Cadian's watching top con. Yeah, Stown just ends the round. Not too much B action. So smoke for monster. It was good to see the way they were feigning though. So Stown had a good spawn, wanted to go like spam monster. Shush is just jump spotting. It's anti-force again. Enemies all have deagles. This is a good flash. This is like the middle click flash again. You're just gonna like middle click a flash if they pop the monster and swing with it. Jabby's wood wall. Tessus has all of con. Shush lined up a flash. This is amazing. Okay, this is something you definitely want to recreate. I'll probably even show my team this. So, we line up to the side of this, and then the double flash is so key. So, flash there, and then left click there. Because this is so great, because like, the first flash pops, and then boom, we swing this. And second flash pop, boom, we swing this. And like, look at it from like this player's point of view. Like, they're like sitting here, and then all of a sudden the first flash pops. First flash pops on blind, second flash pops, I can't see a thing, right? Like, that was just amazing by them. I think that that's, like, honestly, you should definitely do that. Maybe even pair it with a Molotov. If you could molly this, and then have, like, 2 flashes. I mean, you could even do the molly from over here, but then having, like, a flash here and a flash here is just so strong, because it's, like, the first swing and the second swing. Gamer Legion calling a timeout. Heroic are just running it. Playing 3B. HE early. That deep spam, wow, a lot of damage on Volt. So that's, again, that's like a spam where you just have like the feeling of like knowing where the lineup kind of is. This is really good to jiggle here. And basically Molotov, you'll Molotov like this right here. Like, basically, we saw sjuush molly this earlier. So pretty close on yourself, just to stop them, otherwise they'll like run through it and have timing. But it's like a safe thing to jiggle when there's like a smoke up. I know some players will actually jiggle this like even when there's not a smoke up, but it's down as an off over here. It would double up setup. It's Jabby just doing his jump spot for headshot angle. sjuush anti-flash for monster pop. Down alping monster. Probably need some info soon. I mean, well, actually, Cadian's pushed all the way through A, so it's like confirmed B. sjuush having a little bit of a field day. I mean, look at the flashes. I mean, just like look, there's like 1, 2, 3, like nades over there. Heroic are just amazing with like chaining util. It's really good to see. So this is last round. So that's the instant barrel smoke lineup. So flash monster. If they pop monster, this will instantly smoke like right here. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was a cool nade. Yeah, instantly smoked barrel. They're just kind of playing like one player playing like far back, almost retake. So it's 2 players. They're playing to kind of like make like a wall and kind of play like retake EB. Maybe sjuush is playing for 2. Double flash monster, didn't see anything. Cadian was going to re-smoke monster, decides against it. They're going to walk into water here, it looks like. So they have 1 on A, 3B. Wait, where's their... Oh, they're doing the boost. Yeah, Stown's boosted here. There it is. This is a cool crossfire. Cadian holding short, sjuush holding monster. Like Cadian could shoot and then look monster, sjuush could shoot, Cadian could swing. But it gets broken. Might have been better if Cadian just held, I think. And they find it. Wait, well that's it. Again, Mir, thanks for asking to look into sjuush. I mean, awesome game to watch. Yeah, I hope you learned something. I know I did. I haven't watched like a B anchor on Overpass in a while. So hope you all have a great day and see you in the next one. Peace.